guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law. That's 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
That's right. Call us or slip into the DM, Uncle.Artie.
Uncle Artie's not just my friend, but he's your uncle in the business. Artie Pernia is a seasoned personal injury attorney who works with you, so you receive the best possible compensation for your case. Let Uncle Artie and the Pernia Law family provide peace of mind, so you can focus on recovery and getting back to you.
If you've been injured in an accident or you're unhappy with your current injury attorney, come to Pernia Law. We take care of you like family. That's why they call me Uncle Artie.
Call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law. That's 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
It's football season, and Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for all the action on the gridiron. With a game-changing rewards program, plus an amazing selection of tickets, Vivid Seats ensures that every fan can catch their favorite teams and players in action. Vivid Seats has you covered with deals that cater to every football enthusiast. And all tickets come back by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Just visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Let's go. It's time for Sedano and Kap.
A little sabor, and we're going to just nosh.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kaplan. Sedano and Kap is on.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
The LA Afternoon Drive takeover.
He likes to lay the wood.
Yeah. You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year.
Christopher can go to hell.
Oh, nothing worse than the horse. Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is like, how do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger. Hey, these Hard Knocks guys are all over me right now. It's like I'm back in Dayton. You are a bit killer.
Because you got to talk about sperm.
Here we go.
You don't know. You don't know. And you know why you don't know? Because you're gutless, Andy. You're gutless.
Sedano and Kap.
God, I'm going to melt you.
Beep-ba-da-bop. Yeah. Do-ba-da-bop.
Yeah, come on.
Do-ba-da-bop.
Yeah.
Beep-ba-da-bop. I nailed that outfit you're wearing, man. I got to give myself... I don't like to give myself a lot of credit, but I nailed that thing. I didn't even... I found it on Amazon. There were at least 6 or 7 different ones.
Yeah.
I picked the right one.
Can I say to all of our world-class listeners here at 710, I'm going to wait for you to get onto our YouTube channel, or whether you're watching on Twitter or wherever else, and then I'm going to do a full fashion show for you. I will be seated until then. But I will wait for everybody to show up on YouTube, Twitter, and everywhere else where we're showing video.
I think it looks good on you. I got to be honest.
You like it,
I think you're rocking it.
You think so, huh?
Rocket Man.
I mean, I got to say.
What do you think, D? What do you think he looks like? He looks all right?
Yeah, I like him, man.
You're looking pretty fly, I feel like.
You think so?
Man. I like it.
You should totally wear that on Halloween.
You think so?
Ramona's right.
You think it's a good idea?
You already have a built-in outfit now. What would go with Elton John? What would Rachel's counterpart be?
Maybe me and Rachel go as the Elton Johns.
She could be Princess Diana.
And she. Oh, that's not
friends.
It's not a bad idea. You know.
They're good friends, right?
But I see the thing is I can't put Rachel in some Elton John duck costume. You know what I mean? I need some sort of sexy costume for her.
Oh, look on Amazon. To George's point, just type in sexy Elton John costume. You'll find tons of them.
You want to know something that's really pissing me off though right now? Is how it's not enough. It's never enough for you people. You know what I'm saying? Never enough for you people. You think it's fun sitting here wearing this Dodger sparkly, glittery Elton John uniform?
I mean, it is kind of fun.
You know how I'm going to get destroyed by Padre fans? People that I was with these folks for the last 20 plus years? They're going to kill me when they see this.
That's what's in.
And now what do you guys want? It's not enough for you that I'm wearing this?
Well, people thought that you should also be wearing... They were supposed to wear a Charger sombrero, but Beto did not come up with it.
Yeah. I don't know what you want me to tell you. What do you want me to do? Go find a Charger sombrero? If you had the Charger sombrero, I'd pay it off. And here's why. Let me tell you why. Mm-hmm. Because in the final analysis, I'm going all the way to the final analysis.
In the final countdown?
I'm not even giving you anything leading up to it. I'm giving you the final analysis. When you make a bet, you pay the bet. That's the way it goes. Now, George?
Say to all my kids, just know this. Your dad did this for work. The lesson is, you make a bet, you pay the bet. Let that be the lesson to all children all over the world. The moral of the story is, you bet, you lose, you pay.
You hear that? You bet, you lose, you pay. Now, earlier today, in anticipation of having to rock this Elton John Dodger costume that I'm wearing, I had to go deep into my archives, George, to the last time I made a really stupid bet. Because I don't make stupid bets that often, because I don't like to lose, and I never really seem to win.
Yeah.
So the last time I made a really stupid bet was on Stable Wars. That's right, Stable Wars.
Oh, remember that?
I made a bet with a guy here in L.A. named Billy Koch, for anybody that knows Billy. If not, his phone's about to blow up. And the bet was my horse against your horse.
The horse?
It didn't, the horse. That's right.
Nothing worse than the horse.
And it was very simple. There were like 8 horses in the race. And I'm like, whoever finishes ahead, you could finish 7th, we finish 8th, you win. Well, lo and behold, that's pretty much what happened. They finished 6th, we finished 7th. And you know what I had to do?
What'd you have to do?
I had to get my ass on a plane, fly to Las Vegas, go to the stratosphere, and jump off the stratosphere. That's what I had to do. And I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it.
But you did it.
Because I had to teach my children and the youth of America a lesson. There are consequences when you open your big fat mouth. And I have a tendency to open my big fat mouth. As my mother told me as a child, one day your big fat mouth is going to get you into trouble. And it does consistently. And here I am today wearing the Elton John Dodger glittery
How would your
uniform.
mom say it, though?
My mother?
Yeah.
My mother would be like, you know, your big fat mouth is going to get you into trouble one day. I'll tell you that right now, Mr. Smart Guy.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way she would say, things like that.
Right.
Yes, I know I look like a jockey at Del Mar. I know I look like an idiot. All right?
But it's, you're our idiot, Kappy.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, speaking of the actual Dodgers, what do you think tonight?
What do I think about tonight?
Yeah.
You're asking me what I think about tonight?
Yeah.
You want to know what I think about tonight?
I'm asking
Shohei
you.
is now naked.
Okay.
I just thought it went along with your outfit. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If I'm
They're taking on Luis Severino,
Yep.
who played much better in the second half of the season. By the way, I can see what's on your computer on your glasses, which is interesting.
Yeah, there's you and me.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
There's you and me. I'm looking at us on YouTube.
He's pitched much better. He's got plenty of playoff experience because he pitched for the Yankees before pitching for the Mets. And I just don't know what the hell to expect from Walker Buehler. Now, Walker Buehler gave up a ton of runs against San Diego. And
you
then
mean the team that I bet on.
Then settled in and kept them in the game after that, but they still lost the game. And Pete Alonso, I think he has 4 home runs he has 5 hits in his career against Walker Buehler. 4 of them are home runs.
Unbelievable. Well, here's the thing. Walker Buehler, who most Dodger fans around early September were saying things like he should never pitch again. Like he should never start another game.
By the way, that wasn't just Dodger fans. We were talking about that.
Well, you are like Mr. Dodger fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So here's the thing. I don't know what to expect from Walker Buehler tonight because even though, to your point, he gave up those runs against the Padres, remember, a lot of that was the mess that was made by the defense. Because remember, that was the Manny Machado run to second base and the Freddie Freeman throw that hit him on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, Tatis hit a bomb home run.
Right.
And the Padres had
It's
taken
called Tatis.
Right.
Tatis, yes.
The Padres had taken a big lead, but to Walker Buehler's credit, he kind of calmed down and he then pitched for the next whatever it was, 2 and change, and he pitched well. But he also pitched well after the Padres had blown the game open. So tonight at Citi Field in New York, where the crowd's going to be losing its mind, can Walker Buehler lock in to Walker Buehler of postseasons past, or is Walker Buehler the guy who is coming off, his second Tommy John and never really made it back all the way this year? There's a lot of talk about how when he came back from Florida, he was still tinkering with his mechanics. And then Mark Pryor, the Dodgers pitching coach, was like, bro, listen, just zone in on what you do well and let's stop messing around with all your mechanics.
Right.
And that's when he started to kind of get it back together.
Yeah.
So the question is, will Walker Buehler be what Walker Buehler has been in postseasons past, or will he be what he was this season?
Well, let me tell you something. It is
tell me.
imperative that he's the guy in postseasons past for one particular reason, and we'll tell you what that's all about on the other side. But first, Kappy, or Elton, I should say.
Yes.
Sir Elton.
Yes,
You
please.
should tell us about seller's advantage.
I would love to. Seller's advantage. So look, if you want to sell your house, I can tell you, because I've done it, that selling your house is a process. You know, like I remember when I was selling my house, the realtor came over and at the time she was like, okay, look, we got to paint the walls. And I'm like, why? Those are awesome. I love that. And she's like, yeah, but a buyer's not going to love that. So we got to get everything painted. We got to change out the carpet. We got to remove this furniture. I'm like, wait a second. Girl, you want me to spend like an extra 30, 40 grand just to sell the house? And what she tried to convince me was, oh, you're going to make the money back. Listen, make things easy on yourself. Let's call Seller's Advantage, and here's why. Because Seller's Advantage is going to make you a competitive cash offer for your house. They're going to look at the comps in your neighborhood. Then they're going to tell you what houses are selling. You probably already know. Then they're going to say, we'll give you cash right now. Don't change the carpet. Don't paint the walls. Don't fix anything. Not only are we going to give you a cash offer, we'll also give you $10,000 for moving costs. And by the way, let's do this thing. Bang, bang, bang. Let's get you out of here. No complicated closing processes. No contracts falling through. Seller's Advantage has been making sellers happy for decades. They've got all the reviews to prove it. You can do your homework. Call them for a no-obligation offer. That's it. You got no obligation. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 and sellersadvantage.com. DRE number 01961658 for Seller's Advantage.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
The LA Kings take the ice this afternoon in Toronto, looking for their second win of the season. Coverage begins at 3:30 p.m., face-off at 4 o'clock. Hear Kings Maple Leafs on the all-new ESPN LA app, your home for LA Kings hockey.
Hey guys, it's Cap. So you get this letter from the Department of Water and Power with two big bold words, high usage. And you don't really know what to do about it, but you kind of have an idea of who you can blame. So you go knock on your daughter's door and you go, hey, would you stop showering for 45 minutes twice a day? And then you go to your son and say, would you please stop washing your car 3 times a week? And then you continue with your life until you get another one of these beautiful letters that says high usage on it. This is where the Water Boy comes in. The Water Boy specializes in pressurized leak detection. All they do, day in and day out, is go to homes and find leaks. Their state-of-the-art equipment allows them to visually and acoustically inspect your pipes to find that stubborn leak that's constantly flowing. It can be anything from a failing toilet to a burst pipe in your slab. You don't even know it existed. They have ample amounts of experience from water damage restoration to general construction and plumbing that, when combined, allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Waterboy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Waterboy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Waterboy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
Just like in sports, you can never predict an accident. It will come when you least expect it. Travis Rogers here with DeMarco Farr to tell you about our friend, Joseph S. Normand.
If you're in any accident, call Joseph at 213-747-2000. The team at Normand Legal is ready to help you and achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Joseph at 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like North America's #1 home fire safety brand, Kidde. Because on a day full of football sounds you love, like fight songs, roaring crowds, and your favorite commentators...
like me, Kirk Herbstreit.
The last sound you want to hear is... Defend your game time with Kidda and the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Based on total household installations as of December 2023.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing kit. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 40 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shield Guards RealFit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 void in Mississippi.
This is Sedano and Kap for your afternoon drive.
How is that related?
On 710 ESPN.
Oh, come on now. It's only you, Kappy.
You know, you asked me how I was feeling about the Dodgers tonight against the Mets.
Yeah.
Tell you one thing that's got me a little bit worried.
What's that?
You see what Ohtani said?
What he said?
He said, there's a lot of pressure. This is my first time in the postseason.
Right.
So I can't really rely on the experiences or my reflection in the past. But what I do know is that we've been playing against good teams, better teams with their best pitchers. So being able to get base hits, put up results, isn't as easy as maybe it could be.
Well, it's funny because you were actually saying this to me yesterday. You're like, Ohtani really hasn't performed. And, you know, we looked up the numbers. Obviously, he's in like 2-something or whatever. But I basically have told you, if you look at history in Major League Baseball, everybody's numbers are down in the postseason. The reason people love a guy like Derek Jeter, for example, is because if you look at Derek Jeter's regular season averages throughout his career, okay, they basically mirror what his postseason averages are. Now, Derek Jeter has played pretty much a full regular season worth of postseason games, but he was also doing that when he wasn't playing a full season's worth of postseason games earlier in his career too. So it's why certain guys get labeled clutch in baseball, because it's the most humbling of all the sports in that regard, because you are facing the best of the best. There's no fourth and fifth starters usually. I mean, in the Dodgers case, who the hell knows who's going to be out there? But generally speaking, you're facing the best of the best, so numbers are down. It's a reason why, if you look at Barry Bonds' numbers in the postseason, it wasn't until the 2002 run where they lost to the Angels in the World Series that he had his first real success in the postseason. Because remember, he had been in the postseason a bunch of times with the Pirates, and they lost to Atlanta a bunch of times. I mean, Alex Rodriguez, another example. He was terrible in the postseason forever. 2009 had this monster postseason, right? Like, there's a lot of instances of that, particularly at the plate for guys who tend to struggle. I mean, we just saw Mookie Betts struggle for 2 straight postseasons.
And if you look at Ohtani's last 12 at-bats, he's got 6 strikeouts. He's 2 hits, 2 for 12, 6 strikeouts, 1 RBI. And I'm trying to find the numbers. Maybe somebody else will find them, and somebody will post them for us. But Ohtani, with runners on base, he's actually hit. But with no runners on base,
he's
like
0 for 15
0 for 19.
or something like that.
Something crazy like that. So people have been like asking, I say people, the media have been asking Dave Roberts, hey, if the numbers tell you that with runners on base, he's hitting X, but with nobody on base, he's 0 for 19, why don't you put Mookie Betts back to leadoff and then move Ohtani down? And Dave's like, we're not doing that. We're sticking with what got us here. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
But again, somebody find the numbers, and I'm saying it like that, and I'm talking to everybody who's going to contribute to today's broadcast, everybody who's listening, everybody who's in the circle of trust. 0 for 19 is the number I think.
No, that sounds right.
Is right.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, but what's the number with runners on base?
Oh, he's hitting like 300, right? Or something like that.
There's a lot of evidence to say that with runners on base, he's good. With nobody in front of him on base, he's bad. Like really bad. Like 0 for bad. So when Ohtani starts talking about the pressure,
he's 0 for 19 with the bases empty.
Yes, that's right.
And so you are correct.
And with a runner in scoring position, he's basically hitting nearly 300.
Right.
Well, I just was looking for those numbers as well.
But you were right about the 0 for 19.
Yeah. So, but when Ohtani says though that it's pressure, it's different. He's never been in this situation before.
It's true.
Wait till he gets to the Mets tonight. because you're not just going into
Right, you're going into a hostile territory at, I was going to call it Shea Stadium, but Citi Field.
This is New York City.
Yeah.
This is not going into Atlanta. This is not going to Miami. This isn't going to Philadelphia, even though Philadelphia is a
Philly's
pressure
pretty
cooker.
rough, too.
Yeah,
but
it is.
yeah.
It's a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
But you're going to New York.
No, this is the, and it will only get worse if you end up playing the Yankees in the World Series, the pressure.
Yeah.
Because then you want to talk about two storied franchises going up against each other. But first things first, they got to get past the Mets. Because here's the thing, Kappy. Game 3 is pivotal, okay, when it comes to the LCS recently. I mentioned this stat earlier, if you didn't hear it, during Crosstalk about, 30, 40 minutes ago. The Mets earned a road split in L.A. The National League team that did so in a best of 7 series LCS went home for Game 3 and won that Game 3. Won 16 of the last 21 times. They've won Game 3 16 of the last 21 times. It's actually happened like that when it's been a split. It's actually happened as well in 9 of the last 10. So 16 of 21 is a pretty big sample. 9 of the last 10 is an incredible trend, is what I would say. Overall, they won 13 of the NLCSs, including 9 of the last 11. So the winner of Game 3 tonight, big advantage historically, or at least recent history.
So tonight, listen, Walker Buehler, first things first. Walker Buehler's got to give you, call it 5 innings, and if he could get out of there with under 3 runs, I would say Walker Buehler's done his job. I'm sort of just throwing out numbers.
If you can give 4 or 5 innings and 3 runs, I'll take that.
Yeah, if Walker Buehler could go 5 and could give up less than 3 runs, I'd say at that point, the Dodgers have a very good chance of winning this ballgame tonight. If Ohtani can break out of this 0 for 19 with nobody in front of him, and Ohtani can get on base, I'd say you got a real good chance tonight. If somebody that maybe you don't expect it from, I'll give you an example, like Will Smith, who has not been very good. If he could come up with a big hit, a timely hit, you saw him hit that home run in San Diego. It was the longest home run hit in the postseason. He's got it. He just hasn't shown it. If somebody other than Ohtani, Mookie, Freddie, Teoscar, if somebody else outside of that 4 can come up and give you something, Gavin Lux, I'm giving examples, you got a real good chance of winning this game tonight. But to your point, 9 of the last 10 have won when you go home and you win Game 3. You said 16 of the last 21. I think I'm taking in what you're saying and I'm regurgitating it. I'm really retaining information today.
You are. You're doing a good job.
Very sharp today.
It's probably that uniform.
It could be the uniform. It could be that I went to sleep super early last night.
Yeah.
It could be Mario and the Flex
Benny
Lab.
woke me up at like 5:45. I'm like, dog. Dog, you can't go pee at 5:45, bro.
I was up and rolling at 5:45. I was ready to go.
I was up watching Cal tape last night till like 11. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
got to be ready for the game, man.
I do. I understand. Big game this weekend. Cal, North Carolina State.
Yeah.
It's nice to stay on the West Coast.
It is nice.
It's nice that Cal joined the ACC. Did you a favor?
Oh, my God. Cal and Stanford.
Right.
Give me all those
right.
games.
Did you a favor? Would have been great if USC and UCLA. Hey, if USC joined the ACC, they'd be really good.
They would be. They'd be right there with Clemson and Miami right now.
They'd be really good.
Yeah.
But
they should have gone to the ACC.
Right. By the way, can't wait for Yogi Roth to come by a little bit later on today.
4:20, and Sean Cody's going to join us in a few minutes for his weekly appearance. Now, do you want good Dodgers notes, or do you want? How about this? We'll balance it with a good one and one that's not so good.
All right, give me good. Let's hear good.
Okay, so the Dodgers led the majors with 439 runs scored on the road this season. That's the 3rd straight season and 4th out of the last 5 that they've done so. So that's good. They've been good on the road. Okay, now do you want a bad one?
Okay, let me hear bad.
Walker Buehler. 6.53 ERA and 7 regular season road starts in 2024.
Yeah, but can we just say this though? The numbers are the numbers, right?
Yeah.
But Walker Buehler, those numbers were, I'm going to call them mid-September. In other words, he was bad, hurt, gone, back, bad, getting better, a little bit better. Pretty good. So
yeah.
The numbers say he had a really bad year, but he's gotten better.
Do you want another good one?
Why am I the one who's all of a sudden like Mr. Positivity?
Maybe
it's the uniform.
Do you want maybe?
Maybe it's the Elton John glittery uniform I'm wearing.
Do you want another good one for the Dodgers?
All right, give me a good one.
All right, Luis Severino, tonight's pitcher, who I told you has some big game experience. He
Yeah.
pitched for the Yankees for several years. He's made 4 career starts in the LCS, obviously all for the Yankees.
Okay.
In those starts, all against the Astros, those cheating Astros.
Okay.
0-3, 4.42 ERA.
0-3 and 4.42 ERA.
Yeah.
And you say he's got 4 starts in an LCS?
Right, all 4 losses.
You have any idea over how many years that is? Or is that, it's got to be, 2 or 3 years probably, right? It's got at least 2.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have started 4 games
It's
in
3
the
years.
LCS. Okay, 3.
Yeah, they
Good.
played each other 3 times.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I guess if you're trying to find the good, you would say that Severino has not pitched well at this stage of the season. Or maybe he can't handle the pressure.
Right. He has struggled at this stage in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see, Kappy. I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
Game on Fox tonight or is it on TBS tonight? Do you know?
No, TBS is the ALCS. It's on Fox tonight.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, so it'll be our guy Joe Davis and John Smoltz along with Tom Verducci and Ken Rosenthal.
Wait a second. Verducci's back? More Verducci?
I thought they do each dugout, right?
Oh, because Rosenthal got shut out of the Padres dugout. So then they had to bring in Verducci.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Oh, but I thought they were both working.
They were, but then they declined to talk to Ken Rosenthal. They boycotted him.
Right, they boycotted him because of what he wrote about Manny Machado.
Or whatever.
Which, by the way, Dave Roberts brilliantly, not only did he play it right, you talk about managerial moves, not only did he say, yeah, what I did was I just kind of made it into a much bigger thing than it was to get the pressure off my guys and everybody could be focused on me. And then, Rosenthal goes out and writes that hit piece on Machado, and now people want an apology from Rosenthal. I'm like, oh, guys, people, come on.
Enough.
Let's forget about it.
Stop.
It happened.
All right.
They still lost.
Coming up next, Kappy, Sean Cody's going to stop by. We're going to talk about that rough loss by USC.
Yep.
So we'll talk about that, and then Yogi Roth will join us at 4:20. We'll talk more college football with him. In between, we'll do some Dodgers. We got the Cap 10 coming up at 4 o'clock as well. Stick around. Short show today, only till 5, all right, as we get you ready for Game 3 of the NLCS between the Dodgers and the Mets out at Citi Field. We'll have your coverage right here, right at 5 o'clock. So stick around. But first, Linz, you couldn't celebrate yesterday.
Could not. Thanks for reminding
When
me.
Aaron Judge hit that home run, that was the end of the celebration.
Yeah, but you've had some celebrating moments over the last couple weeks.
Sure have. Well, I did. I got ready to celebrate over the weekend for the Ohio State-Oregon game, but, that didn't go so well
work out either, yeah.
But you can always celebrate with Stella Rosa and gear up for your next game day hang with them. By now, there's nothing sweeter than pairing Stella Rosa, their semi-sweet and semi-sparkling wine, with your favorite game day snacks. Like I said, this past weekend, I was in Charlotte visiting my family, and we got ready for the big Buckeyes-Ducks game by stocking up on some delicious Stella Rosa, and I tried some new flavors, like the Stella Rosa apple and the peach. So next time you shop before game day, head to your local retailer and grab a couple bottles of your favorite Stella Rosa wine. And Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. All you have to do is head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa. And remember to celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus
At Cosm,
game day
right
tickets.
next to SoFi. Come hang out with Mason and Ireland and Sedano and Kap, broadcasting live from noon to 5:30. Plus, you can win special passes to experience NBA opening night in shared reality at Cosm. And we'll have purple and gold tickets at Crypto.com to give away every hour to fans in attendance. Make plans to be with us on Tuesday at Cosm to get ready for opening night on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano here. You know it's hard to find a good dentist for your kids, someone who they can trust and enjoy going to the dentist with. Luckily, we found Children's Dental Fun Zone. With 17 locations across Southern California, Children's Dental Fun Zone specializes in children's dentistry and orthodontics. With state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your children deserve. To book your child's next appointment, visit their website, cdfzone.com. That's cdfzone.com. Or call them at 800-717-2222. KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
Hey, it's Mace. There's a lot on the line in this election, from protecting the Social Security you've earned to supporting family caregivers. And you have the power to make the candidates listen, because voters 50 and over decide elections. That's why AARP California has created an election guide with the most up-to-date information about when, where, and how to vote. Get trusted election information at aarp.org/CA votes. That's aarp.org/CA votes. Paid for by AARP.
Hey, Travis here. It's time to get out and get dirty. Toy Hauler RV season is officially open. Bring your toys along for less through October 20th at your Toy Hauler headquarters, Mike Thompson's RV. Revved up discounts across a huge inventory. Check this out today at MikeThompson.com. That's MikeThompson.com.
Hey guys, it's Kappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
High school football is coming to the Rams house. Watch one of the top-ranked high school teams in the state when St. John Bosco and Servite face off at SoFi Stadium on Friday, October 18th. Get your tickets now by visiting SoFiStadium.com/events. Welcome to Mere Audio Video, the home of smart living excellence. With over 40 years of unrivaled expertise, Mere Audio Video is your gateway to a truly connected lifestyle. Partnering with elite brands like Crestron, Control4, Lutron, and introducing home automation from Nice. Mere's team of experts brings innovation to your doorstep. From the Academy Awards to our local sports teams to successful Cal businesses, Mere has curated the experiences that redefine smart living. Call 310-234-4010 or check out MereAudioVideo.com.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's football season, and Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for all the action on the gridiron. With a game-changing rewards program, plus an amazing selection of tickets, Vivid Seats ensures that every fan can catch their favorite teams and players in action. Vivid Seats has you covered with deals that cater to every football enthusiast. And all tickets come back by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Just visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
This is Sedano and Kap for your afternoon drive.
Walks around like a little puppy dog.
On 710 ESPN.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, it's a great jam right here.
Really? Are we about to pass the Dutchie pen, the left-hand side?
I mean, you might, Kappy. 1982, number one hit in America. Musical Youth, Pass the Dutchie.
Hey, Young D, do I even need to say it?
You ain't know nothing about Pass the Dutchie.
I do not. You ain't even know how to pass the Dutchie. Man, you passed it to the right-hand side. Come on, man.
All right, so Kappy today is in after he's paying off his bet when the Padres lost to the Dodgers. If the Dodgers would have lost, I would have had to have worn Fernando Tatis gear, including the dreads.
And the schmata.
And the schmata. And with Kappy losing and the Dodgers winning, he is dressed in the bedazzled Elton John Dodgers gear from his famous concert at Dodger Stadium many, 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 many decades ago. So you can see that on YouTube right now and all over our social channels, including my Instagram, my Twitter, the ESPN Los Angeles Twitter and Instagram. Everybody's got it. Everybody took a picture with Kappy today.
That's right.
So Sean Cody, I don't know if you've seen any of this stuff on social media, but Kappy is a man of his word. He is paying off his bet as his beloved Padres lost to our beloved Dodgers, and he's wearing the Elton John bedazzled Dodger uni.
Kappy, I appreciate the effort and paying up that bet, man. The last time I was actually fortunate enough, I went to the last Elton John concert there in Dodger Stadium, and I thought it was the last time I was going to see that jersey. But, hey, man, thanks for you for bringing it back. You look fantastic in that thing, bud.
Well, thanks. I'm getting a lot of this online, though. It's pretty damn sad when Elton John looks like he's in better shape than you, Cap. Hey, I'm just going to say something. How's a much younger Elton John, by the way?
That is. It's not Elton John at 74 or whatever he is today.
That's a much younger Elton. That's before he was
Sir
Elton
he didn't
John.
look like he didn't look like that when I went to the last show. So I'll tell you, Cap, you're doing all right, buddy.
Thanks, Sean. Well, I'm doing all right, but
what happened?
The Trojans, man. I mean, to have that lead at halftime, I'm like, whoa. And then to see Penn State come back, and we'll talk about what happened at the end. What did you make of the whole thing?
Yeah, a tough one. Another one. Again, I think it's it sounds like we're kind of repeating a lot of the games this year where Trojans just can't find a play at the end, offensively or defensively, to kind of to finish the game off at the end, and they've let these teams kind of hang around. And then I thought they up until halftime played a really good game. Defensively holding them at 6 points at halftime, offensively putting up 20. So a good first half. And then kind of the wheels fall off a little bit in the second half, able to bounce back in the fourth quarter, get a lead again. And then, like I said, just can't find that play offensively, whether it's in the last drive catching passes or get to the field goal line, or on defense, a couple fourth downs, couldn't get the stops there. And just can't find that play, seems like, for a team that put themselves in a good position this year, just can't cap it off.
The great Sean Cody joining us here, of course, man of Troy. And, of course, spent some time in the NFL. And we'll talk some pizza with him because he is the entrepreneur, him and his family, of Pie Trap Pizza out in Covino. So we'll talk some pizza here at the end. Now, let me ask you this. How did you feel about the clock management, particularly at the end of that game before that interception that sent it into overtime?
Yeah, at the time, you're watching that clock tick down, and you're in the stadium, and you can kind of hear the whole crowd kind of getting unsettled. And even as, calling the game with Pete Arbogast in the booth there, we were kind of questioning what was going on. Usually, we haven't seen too many teams in those situations. You're tied up at the game. You're thinking that they're going to, put the throttle down and try to get a touchdown or try to get at least a field goal. And it looked like they kind of hesitated at the time, but going back and watching it, guys, it made a lot of sense. They unfortunately, weren't able to succeed in what they were trying to do. They were trying to set it up for a field goal. They had the right play call, didn't execute it from the quarterback and wide receiver position, didn't get it done. But the ability not to give Penn State a chance to have any time to come back on the other side of the field was what I think Lincoln Riley was trying to do, and he executed it. That just the team didn't get it done as far as getting the ball there to the field goal line and setting up a kick. It would have been nice to see if they could get that done because they were right there. But after all watching all of it, I thought they played that time situation. It looked strange and odd, I think, from a fan's perspective, but I think they dealt with it well. Unfortunately, they didn't get it done. Like I said, getting to that field goal line.
It's interesting that you're saying that because you're not the first person that I've heard say that. In real time, I'm thinking to myself, there's 48 seconds to go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. This is your 2-minute drill. Come on, let's go. And I've heard people say that, thinking about it now, they did throw the ball. As it just turns out that they threw the ball as the clock was winding down. If they complete the pass, they've got a chance because it was third down. They've got a chance at a long field goal.
And they still had the timeouts.
Right. But if they don't complete the pass, at least the clock has run down so far. Little did they know that they were going to throw the interception. Not that it really ultimately mattered. But, I mean, there's still a part of me that thinks you got to go for the win, man. Letting 40 seconds or 38 seconds run off the clock, it feels anti what Lincoln Riley generally does, which is move fast, keep teams, particularly on defense, off balance. And to slow it down that way just didn't even feel like it was him in that regard.
Yeah, it looked a little bit. There's a lot of players that looked like they were uncomfortable kind of doing it. So I obviously the conventional way is you're running your 2-minute drill and you're just trying to hustle up on the ball and try to score as fast as you can. But I definitely think it's a new perspective at looking at it. We've seen a lot of different games break out that way. Well, hey, even if you get that field goal, you leave time on the clock. what are they going to do on the return? Maybe they get some going on the other way. So I think a different way of approaching it, kind of milking it down there. They had the pass there, guys. They had, Deuce Robinson on a little slant right there. Miller Moss just a little high with that ball, gets tipped up in the air and intercepted. But think about it. If they had time on the clock when it got intercepted, Penn State might have been able to do something with it too. So I think an unconventional way to do it, but all in all, I think it didn't really harm the Trojans because they didn't get it done right there. But in the end, in overtime, not executing as well, put the end of that game.
Hey, Sean, let me ask you this. There's 6 games to go. The team is 3-3. I don't mean to put a black cloud over things because there's a lot of football to be played, and there's a lot of things that could still turn this into a really good season. Playoff, maybe. To me, that's a way long shot,
reach,
to me, I think it's out of reach, mostly because the schedule doesn't set up. But if you look at the rest of the schedule, don't you think there's a lot of good things that could set up the future of the program? They've got to start winning some of these games, especially in conference.
Oh yeah, this is huge, guys. This is for a lot for what's going to happen in the future for the Trojans is based upon, I think, how they finish this thing out. If they can, find a way. I think you look at the win-loss record, and obviously 3-3 is never going to get it done. Not going to cut it at USC, but the way they played Penn State, I thought it was a great game. Did they get it done in the end? No, didn't find the plays. Got to find a way to finish those games off. Michigan played them tough. Minnesota is the big loss to me, guys. Where that's a game you got to find a way to win. Yeah. It's not acceptable to lose that game. So that's a tough one. But those two against Michigan and Penn State, it looks like, teams getting better, defense is getting better, things are on the right track. But the way they finish this season, I think, is going to be the real important thing as far as, how the recruiting going to go, how's this team, how's the development of each one of these position groups getting? Are they getting better? Does it look like it's going in the right direction? Because I think that's important. Obviously, the playoffs, I said, probably no way they can do that, and a lot of the things taken off the table. But you got to find a way to get this thing rolling in the right direction, I think, as this thing finishes.
Sean Cody, the great man of Troy, joining us here. Of course, you can catch him on every broadcast with Pete Arbogast on Saturdays right here on 710 ESPN, the home of the USC Trojan football, basketball, men's and women's for that matter. So a lot of USC sports right here on 710 ESPN. And yeah, to your point, it's crazy. So I looked this up before we start talking pizza, and you may know this already. Of the 3-loss teams, there's 28 3-loss teams in FBS right now, Sean, and USC has the second best or worst, however you want to look at it, lowest, I guess, point differential. They've lost 3 games by a combined 13 points, and only Cal has a lower number than that. They've lost 3 games by a total of 8 points. So, yeah, it just goes to show you how close all this is. Now, let's talk pizza. Let's be happy around here because nobody loves pizza more than us here, okay? And you guys provide some of the best pizza in town. Pie Trap Pizza, 720, all right, Arrow Highway in Covina. What's the pizza of the week you want to talk about?
First, Sedano, I got to say, man, hey, I think you're spot on with that call there. A couple points away from getting some of those games. I remember my freshman year, we go 6-6, and everyone's writing us off. Not a great year, but we were so close in a lot of those games. I think this team just has to find a way to finish and get it going because I think that year and in my freshman year and this year kind of similar in the way the Trojans kind of stumbling at the end, but that once we got to figure it out our freshman year, that thing got rolling. So sorry to go sidetrack on you guys. I think that's a great point there. But let's get back to pizza, guys. What do we got going this week? I think I'm going to bring up this is a spooky month. We got Halloween going, so I'm going to bring up Sausage Was the Case. Homage to Snoop Dogg and Murder Was the Case. If you can go back to that song here, Sausage Was the Case is the old Pie Trap. What we're doing, we got sausage, we got red onions, and we got mushrooms on a pizza, all together, a fantastic combination. Homage to Snoop Dogg, who's the OG in the hip hop, Southern California hip hop scene.
And by the way, can Snoop Dogg be anywhere other than everywhere? I mean, honestly.
He's got a bowl game this year.
Let me tell you something. He has, in my opinion, he is the face of NBC. Not sports, the network. He's on
the Olympics.
He was on the Olympics. Yeah. He's on whatever that show is now. If it's The Voice or America's Got Talent, I don't know which one it is.
The Voice, I think they do.
He shows up on Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football. Snoop is freaking everywhere, including Pie Trap Pizza. That's right.
There you go.
Yeah, talk about branding. The guy's got it done. Speaking of passing the Dutchie to the left-hand side, guys, Snoop Dogg. How about that one?
I know. There you go. Look at that. Bringing it all together,
yes,
Sean Cody.
Very,
the great
very nice.
Sean Cody.
Really good
Each
work.
and every Saturday with Pete Arbogast on USC football. Pie Trap Pizza, again, 720 Arrow Highway in Covina. Make sure you go there. Best pizza in town. Sean, you're the man, brother. Appreciate the time as always. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys.
See you.
think Sean Cody would look good in this Elton John Dodger outfit. This size, too, by the way. Because, I mean, he's a much bigger man than you, though. And about 285 still to this day.
Yeah.
He still looks like he could play D-line in the NFL.
Yeah, no doubt. Kappy, coming up next, we're going to do the Cap 10. We'll get into more Dodgers football. Dodgers.
Let's do some Dodger football.
Dodgers baseball. And then Yogi Roth will talk more college football with us at 4:20. But first, if you're a motorcyclist, you love the freedom of beating traffic, splitting lanes, making the rest of us jealous that you'll be home faster than we will. You see it every time, whether you're on the 110, the 405, whatever, the 710, you name it. There, of course, is, though, huge risks when you're riding a motorcycle. Yep, all it takes is one person to be distracted and not see, and then, bam! Yeah, not in a good way. Obviously, a motorcycle accident, way more serious usually than a regular auto accident. But if you get into any kind of accident, you got to call Jacob immediately, particularly after a motorcycle accident at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. My friend Jacob's been at this for over 25 years, man. Tons of experience helping motorcyclists. He knows your rights. He knows how to help you to get the care, the medical care that you need without waiting, which is incredibly important. So if you or a friend or a loved one has been injured in a motorcycle accident, call Jacob right away at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. Let him help you get on the back of your bike, okay? Get you back on that bike and on the road to recovery so you can be the king of the road once again. When you call an attorney, you want one who's respected, call Jacob because he's the real deal. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB, or visit him online at calljacob.com. We're back in 2 minutes.
Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call, and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park Party and Play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Come hang out with Mason in Ireland and Sedano Kap, broadcasting live from noon to 5:30. Plus, you can win special passes to experience NBA opening night in shared reality at Cosm. And we'll have purple and gold tickets at Crypto.com to give away every hour to fans in attendance. Make plans to be with us Tuesday at Cosm and get ready for opening night on 710 ESPN.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS Top Safety Picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson and Tucson Hybrid. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end October 31st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Fall means sweater weather. For anyone not living in SoCal, now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Our hotel deals are hot as the desert sun. Book your room now for as low as $119 this month.
Number 2.
Clay Cookware Gift Giveaway. Get a 3.6-quart terracotta pot when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 22nd.
And the number 1 reason.
Crack Up with Joel McHale. Live October 19th.
Morongo. Good times.
710 ESPN.
Sedano and Kap for your afternoon right now on 710 ESPN.
It's time for what you need to know.
Let's do it. What you need to know right now.
What you need to know is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. That's the 90 minutes from where we are. Take it away, Lindsay.
One more time.
Lindsay.
All right, so what you need to know is that we're going to be at Cosm on Tuesday, so you should come out there. And we're going to be there from 12 till 5:30, broadcasting live, Mason in Ireland, and Sedano and Kap. We're going to have all kinds of giveaways, tickets to maybe your favorite hoops team. Don't want to say too much, but, you know, your favorite hoops team. And, yeah, come out there because we're going to be there live on Tuesday for our show.
I will tell you guys, I have yet to be inside Cosm. I've seen all the videos. I've seen all the social posts. The place looks insane, and I can't wait to go. And then I'll just get in my car, and I'll drive up to downtown L.A., and then I'll go to the Lakers opener that night. But Cosm, Tuesday, bring it.
You know, I'm kind of jealous. I won't be able to, attend.
What do you mean? What won't you be able to attend?
I'll be here at the board. On the board, man.
You mean the day when we're at COSM?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have to go on another day, you and me.
Yeah, we should.
We'll have to go hang out.
I want to see that, virtual reality
Yeah.
experience, man.
And plus, if you want, you can even wear this Dodger Elton John costume that I'm wearing that you can't stop laughing at for whatever reason.
Can you imagine if he wore that for Halloween, like the looks he would get?
Dude, this kid does not stop laughing at me. Like every time I walk by him, he just is giggling like a little kid.
That's good. I mean, that outfit.
funny, Kappy.
It's a funny outfit.
You
man.
like this
It looks
outfit?
good though.
But it looks good on you, man. You should wear it around. No, it looks good on you. Go ahead.
By the way, have you come up with a Halloween costume yet? Like, have you even discussed it yet with Rachel?
Haven't really, and we
2
have a
weeks
Halloween.
away.
Well, and we have a Halloween party this Friday night in Phoenix that we have to go to.
That means she's just going to show up with here. This is what we're dressing up as. You have
Well,
no choice.
we've been discussing, and that's why I've been letting my hair grow a little longer because I was gonna be like a Billy Idol kind of rock star. But now that I'm in this Elton John thing, I'm feeling very rock star.
I mean, you have a costume.
Yeah, and it's a onesie, and it feels good in my crotch.
Oh, jeez. Cap, you should be Austin Powers and what's her name that goes with her.
Well, there's a bunch of different female leads in those movies.
Well, you could be, she could be Heather Graham. She could be a fembot. She could be Beyonce.
Beyonce?
A fembot.
The fembots were great. What? You don't know what a fembot is? Oh, my God, they're so funny.
It just sounded funny.
The fembots. They have, the pink nighties on, and then guns shoot out of their, like their chests.
Their boobies.
Yeah. And then they shoot you. They just go, back and forth and shoot people. It's really funny.
We should go as Prince and, Apollonia. That would be hot.
Yeah. LeBron did Prince a couple years ago.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It was good.
I may have been. Was that in the first episode of Starting Five?
No, he was Beetlejuice.
Oh, he was Beetlejuice.
He was Beetlejuice,
that
man.
was
right,
a good
he
one,
was.
too. He always has good costumes.
Yeah. Well, listen, you spend a couple $1,000s to have a makeup artist come over to your house. That's what happens.
Yeah. Kappy, before we get into prize picks, how about we talk about your Cap 10 for this week?
I think we should do it.
Let's roll.
Here we go.
Yeah, NFL Cap 10.
All right, I'm going to try and be brief today.
Yeah.
We'll see how
we
it goes.
We have highlights, though, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and I'm going to fill in for Christopher doing, the imaging.
Okay.
Number 10.
All right, but let me just start off by saying this. This is an important thing to
Make
notice.
sure you're extra pukey.
Okay, right. Listen, guys.
Extra pukey?
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about this week's top 10, and I kind of started this with you last week on last week's top 10.
The Cap 10.
Right. Guys, there are 2 teams in the NFL that are 5-0. There are a few teams that are 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
There are 9 teams in the NFL that have 4 wins. There are 7 teams that have 3 wins, 7 teams that have 2 wins, and 6 teams that have 1 win. Here's my point.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to find 10 good teams.
Yeah, it is. The NFL product this year, not great so far.
Just telling you.
It gets better as the season goes on, but right now, not great.
It is very hard for me. 2 teams at 5-0, 1 team at 5-1, 9 teams that most teams are right there 4-2, 4-1, and 7 teams at 3. My point again.
So with that said, Kappy, here's number 10.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Deep 6. First down at the 1-yard line. Ewers on the move, throws it back. Helms got it. And Gunnar Helm dives to the end zone. And Texas, after a slow start, jumps on top.
Team?
I can't find 10 good NFL
this
teams.
is ridiculous.
I can't find
What
10
are we doing here?
I can't find 10 good NFL teams,
Really,
man.
though?
Yes,
Really, this
man.
is supposed to be Cavs top 10
Yeah,
NFL
this is my
team.
10. This is my 10. Look, here's all I'm telling you. There are not 10 good teams.
You could still...
So Texas is in my top 10 this week.
Then what's 9?
At 10.
What's 9? Just go.
Number 9.
Almost looks like you're posting somebody up. Love looking deep on first down. He's got a man out there. Wide open Watson for a Packer touchdown.
Kevin Googler on Fox.
I've got the Green Bay Packers. They're 4-2. They beat down the Cardinals 34-13. Jordan Love is looking good. 358 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. And this week, Green Bay will take on the Texans. Green Bay is in at number 9.
Number 8.
3 tight ends in that direction. Harris, the lone setback. Will get the pitch. The Steelers trying to seal the edge. Najee, able to slide inside one tackle. Get down the sideline. Najee Harris racing towards the end zone. Sprawls out. Is he in? Touchdown, Steelers. What a run by Najee Harris.
Oh,
what a run
Steelers.
by the Iron Horse.
Terrible towels.
Yins are going to get down over to Vegas, and Yins are going to pine dine on the Raiders in that. Pittsburgh's 4-2. They crushed the Raiders 32-13. The only thing about the Steelers this week is now they're talking about starting Russ at home against the Jets. Justin Fields for the year, 66% completion, 5 touchdown passes, only 1 interception. He's been sacked 16 times.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to Russell Wilson? If Justin Fields, the younger, more mobile, faster player, has been sacked 16 times?
Well, he's going to get rid of the ball quicker than Justin Fields does.
We're going to find out.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Bijan Robinson, quick toss to Robinson. Left side, Bijan inside the 5. Bangs into the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown.
Wes Durham on the call.
I like what Atlanta's got going on. I will grant you that in the last 3 weeks, they've beaten New Orleans, Tampa, and Carolina, so they're beating up on their weak division.
It's my guy, Wes Durham.
They're 4-2. They're at home this week against Seattle. Kirk Cousins putting up some numbers, but can he win? That's always the question.
Like that?
He's got 1,600 yards.
You like that?
I do. 9 touchdown, 5 picks. Atlanta's in at number 7.
Number 6.
Allen's out of the shotgun. Johnson to his right. Houston brings the heat. Allen throwing to the left. Keon Coleman makes the catch. Slips a defender. 25-20. Down the sideline. Into the end zone for the touchdown. Josh Allen to Keon Coleman. 49 yards down the sideline. Shoddy tackling by the Texans. And the Bills are very much alive.
Doesn't sound like that was this week's game.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't, but that's okay. I could have just stopped it right there.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have known the difference.
We wouldn't have known.
Right.
You should have cut it off.
Right. Buffalo's 4-2. They beat the Jets 23-20. Frankly, that was a game that the Jets should have won, but Buffalo finds ways to win. They're at home this week against the Titans. Josh Allen, here's a number for you.
Yeah.
Josh Allen has 10 touchdown passes this year.
Yeah.
You know how many interceptions he has?
None.
0.
Oh, wow.
None.
Do you know that Josh Allen has 21 games in his career where he has at least 2 touchdowns in the air and 1 on the ground? That's second most in the NFL, only to Cam Newton, who has 22.
Touchdown!
How about that? For a nugget.
Very good nugget. Number 5.
Number 5.
C.J. Stroud, all sorts of time, loads up, middle of the field, deep shot, wide open, caught. Nico Collins streaks into the end zone. He blew by the coverage. 67-yard strike. C.J. Stroud to Nico Collins. And Stroud stands there posing with his arms crossed.
There's Steve Levy on the call.
How about that?
On ESPN Radio.
Houston's 5-1, and they're sort of an under-the-radar 5-1 right now.
Yeah.
The win against New England isn't overly impressive, but I will just say this. Drake May got his first start, threw for 3 touchdown passes. New England's offense starting to come to life, but it wasn't really close. It was a 41-21 game. What makes it interesting for Houston this week, big game at Green Bay. We'll find out. Houston and Green Bay, both in my Cap 10. We'll find out which one survives. Here we go to number 4.
Number 4.
That's good.
Taking 4.5 minutes off the clock. Straight ahead. Derrick Henry, untouched into the end zone. How does that happen? Touchdown, Ravens. And they'll go up 2 scores.
Steve Levy again on the ESPN Radio.
Yeah, we're playing highlights. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Baltimore's 4-2. They've got 4 straight wins. Remember, they started the season 0-2. 4 straight wins: Dallas, Buffalo, Cincinnati, and Washington. They beat a really good Washington team this past weekend, 30-23. Up next is Tampa. But now here's the number for you. You guys are going to love this one.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry. You complained that he didn't get the ball early in the season, right?
Well, especially in that Raider game.
Derrick Henry is averaging 5.9 yards per carry. Lamar Jackson is averaging 6.3 yards per carry combined.
Oh, I know.
They have 1,100 yards combined.
It's insane. Yeah.
How about that?
I mean, you want to talk about 2 guys on the same team that are just filthy together. I mean, good Lord.
There's number 4. Here comes number 3.
Number 3. There's no highlight because Kansas City was on a bye.
Kansas City is one of 2 undefeated teams.
Wow, you have them as 3, huh?
They are coming off the bye.
Yeah.
They're at San Francisco this weekend. Here's a nugget for you. Andy Reid off a bye, all-time 21-4. So look out, San Francisco. Here's number 2.
Number 2, Minnesota, which was also on a bye.
Minnesota, one of 2 undefeated teams. The other, obviously, is Kansas City.
Go like Minnesota, Kappy.
Here's the thing about Minnesota. They're coming off this bye. They're going to play Detroit. Sam Darnold here in L.A. last weekend at the USC game. This is an interesting little number. How about this? Sam Darnold has 1,111 yards passing this year and 11 touchdowns to go with it.
Right.
1-1-1-1 and 1-1. By the way, Cam Akers, the former Ram, traded to the Vikings from Houston today, and now the number 1 team in the NFL.
Number 1, and this clip's kind of long, but this is what Kappy wanted to play.
I do have 2 game balls. Let's start here on offense. 18 to 25, 315 yards passing. All right, 3 tugs, 153.8 quarterback rating. Jared Goff.
You got to get the Yogi. All right, enough.
Thanks,
we got to
boys.
get to Yogi.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
All right, this guy had 6 tackles, 2 PBs,
This is
Let him play.
2
It's 30 more
interceptions,
seconds.
and then 1 punch out, man.
What we want.
BB!
It's this part that's coming up. Listen to Jared Goff.
I just want to say I love y'all boys, and we really finna go on the stretch.
That's a great win. Break it down.
Real quick. Our f***ing head coach is our f***ing rock now. We're in f***ing Dallas, in his f***ing place where he played game ball.
That is why Detroit is the number 1 team in the NFL this week, because Jared Goff takes his game ball and gives it to his coach and says, we win for our coach. He's our rock. They got something special going on in a game where they lose their best defensive player. Detroit's 4-1. They crushed Dallas 47-9. Detroit's the number 1 team this week.
How about a little kick ass on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Kick ass!
Your list does
Way
not
to
kick
close
ass.
it out,
My
Kappy.
list rocks.
That was
Sucks.
awesome.
It was great execution, but your list sucks.
My list is awesome.
Your outfit is awesome. Kappy, let's talk prize picks. We got to get to Yogi Roth very quickly. Hurry up.
Okay, let's start off with prize picks. Listen, the Ant-Man. Anybody know who the Ant-Man is?
Yes, Anthony Edwards.
Right. Anthony Edwards. You can go on to prize picks now, and you can see that Anthony Edwards, for the opening game of the NBA season, which will happen right here in LA across the street from where we're broadcasting, Anthony Edwards is a free square at half a point. Do you suppose Anthony Edwards is going to score more than half a point? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then that's what you should do. That's exactly what you should do. You should absolutely take Anthony Edwards as one of your squares and then combine him. I don't care, LeBron, AD, whatever it's going to be. You make that first $5 play, you get that $50 bonus. Whether you win or you lose, it doesn't matter. Download the Prize Picks app. Use our code Kappy, Kappy.
And you know you got to do that because this is, if you want to get sports action, Kappy, this is the place to do it. Prize Picks is the only place you can get sports action in California. And you mentioned that bonus, but you can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks.
Prize Picks. Download the app. Use our code Kappy, Kappy. Make the $5 play, get the $50 bonus, and use that free Anthony Edwards square. Do it all right now on Prize Picks.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Hey, what up? It's Matt Barnes here. If you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law.
For me, it's about getting the top result and the top value for your claim. Even if you didn't have insurance during the accident, Uncle Artie will still help you. I'm sure a lot of you out there got turned back from attorneys when you said, I don't have insurance. Well, guess what? Uncle Artie can still help you. It does not matter. Give us a call. You have nothing to lose. We take the case on a contingency. You don't pay up front.
Uncle Artie's not just my friend, but he's your uncle in the business. Artie Pernia is a seasoned personal injury attorney who works with you, so you receive the best possible compensation for your case. Let Uncle Artie and the Pernia Law family provide peace of mind, so you can focus on your recovery.
Trust us, trust Uncle.
When you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law, 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
Hey, Travis Rogers here for my friends at Mike Thompson's RV. It's time to get out and get dirty. Toy Hauler RV season is officially open. Bring your toys along for less now through October 20th at your Toy Hauler headquarters, Mike Thompson's RV. They have revved up discounts across a huge inventory of top-selling brands, dozens of floor plans to choose from. They're making it easy, so pack your toys and go full throttle with special pricing on all trailers and motorhomes in stock. Race on in today. These deals won't last. In-store and online, MikeThompson.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
This is Sedano and Kap for your afternoon drive.
How is that related?
On 710 ESPN.
All right, there it was, the Cap 10. I know everyone waited on bated breath for the Cap 10.
Probably surprised everybody with Detroit being number one.
Maybe that was the case. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe that. I mean, I think they were definitely surprised you put Texas in at number 10. They're not an NFL team.
I know, but I can't find 10 good NFL teams.
Oh, for the love of God! You know what?
Tell me.
Maybe we should ask our next guest, Yogi Roth, Big Ten Network, the Y Option podcast. You listen to the Y Option podcast? It's phenomenal. If you haven't, you should subscribe to the Y Option podcast. Our friend Yogi Roth joining us here now. Yogi, should Kappy have put Texas in his NFL top 10 this week? I mean, I know they're playing great football, but this seems absurd.
Yeah, probably not. I'm more concerned, like, did you put Pitt in your top 10 in college football?
Oh, Yogi, our Pitt Panthers are 6-0, but
I mean, listen, they survived Ryan Coe's terrible leg for Cal this week.
I will say this. Hey, look, they had a great comeback earlier this year against Cincinnati, another great one against West Virginia, but they just hung on against Cal. But Yogi, we're 6-0, and there's only a few 6-0 teams in the country.
Yins are 6-0.
Yins are going to get down over there, and Yins are going to be 7-0. We get Syracuse, I think, next on a Thursday night.
Syracuse is good, though.
Yeah.
They're a good team.
I don't know, Yogi. What do you think about our Panthers?
I like it. We got an old Big East matchup against Syracuse, and then the most random matchup would go out to SMU. So the next 2 weeks will be big for the Panthers. I hope they keep pulling it out.
It's so funny, Yogi. So I did the math for your Pitt Panthers, and we'll talk, obviously, USC and Big Ten here in just a moment. But, you look at the ACC where Pitt is, it's a mess because, Miami doesn't play Clemson. SMU doesn't play Clemson or Miami. And Pitt doesn't play, I think they only play Clemson of that group. They don't play
Miami, right.
Right. So they play SMU, but they don't play Miami. They play Clemson. The team that they all have in common, because head-to-head is obviously the first tiebreaker. Then it's common opponents. The team they all have in common, Louisville. Louisville plays all of them. Plays Pitt, plays SMU, plays Clemson, plays Miami this week. So everybody's got to find a way to beat Louisville because if not, they're in deep doo-doo.
Yeah, I think the tiebreakers in all these new leagues can be full of headaches if they get there. And everybody I've talked to in every respective league this year is like, don't even bring it up unless we have to. So they're pushing the buck as far as possible because nobody wants to even have that type of discussion, whether it's the SEC, Big Ten, ACC, Big 12, you name it.
All right, let me ask you, can I ask him a quick question?
You can ask him as many quick questions as you like.
USC. All right, so look, obviously everyone's pissed off because they lost again, okay? And they lost another conference game in very strange fashion late in the game. How do you view USC right now? They have the second lowest point differential for the 3 lost teams. Cal is number 1. They've lost their 3 games by 8 combined points. USC has 13 combined points in their losses. Do you view it half glass empty, half glass full? How do you view it?
No, I view it half glass full. I've been saying since I did their spring game this past year, and I've called 2 of their games this year, a win and then the loss at Minnesota a couple weeks ago. And I just keep thinking and saying it's a foundational year for USC. So what does that mean? I think that in year 1, it was lightning in a bottle, right? The best player in the world, you had a bunch of transfers, you had an O-line that was a holdover from Clay Helton's staff. You didn't play Oregon, you didn't play Washington, and away they went. And that really set, I think, the floor for SC, being a healthy Caleb Williams away from the playoffs. Then the next year, you bring in a bunch of transfers on the offensive line, you lose the veteran group that I referenced earlier, and you had to play the horses that were in the Pac-12 and now all of them in the Big Ten, and you didn't have success in those games. And now, what do you have? You have a bunch of, in my opinion, second-year players on this team, whether they're true sophomores, redshirt freshmen, or second-year transfer players. And I just think it's setting a really solid foundation. You know, they're doing well in recruiting right now. I'm a fan of the foundation that they are building. I thought coming into the year they were an 8 or 9 win team. I think by beating LSU in the style and manner in which they did in the opener, they all of a sudden became a playoff team because everybody got off their backs because of it. But you knew coming in that this team's margin for error was going to be slim. You'd expect them to score, which I think has been a little disappointing at times in terms of I thought they'd be a little more explosive, for instance, at Minnesota, really struggled getting anything going in the passing game. But when I looked at the offense and defensive fronts and talked to NFL scouts, there's not a lot of guys that are jumping off the page like they are at Oregon or Ohio State. And I think that's kind of the reality. And now with the news that came out, recently, and Eric Gentry and Anthony Lucas, now it's going to be interesting to see what happens the rest of their schedule, because those are two players. I think you felt Gentry's impact not being in the Penn State game and what their tight end did against the Trojans a week ago. But to your point, they're close to being undefeated or having some massive wins if they beat a Michigan on the road or Penn State at home, to a different conversation. And I think it's important to be thoughtful around these dialogues because they're close and their foundation is I think really solid. They'll have a shot in the remaining games that they have. Maybe they make some noise and ruin Notre Dame's season at the end. Who knows with the playoff, etc. But I'm not tripping and not freaking out about the Trojans right now by any stretch.
Yogi Roth, let me ask you this. First of all, are you loving the whole East Coast, West Coast, like I know I am, to see Penn State, USC, to see Oregon, Ohio State? From someone who was calling Pac-12 games to someone who's now calling Big Ten games, with the Big Ten as a combination of the two, A, are you loving it? And then B, which is really something you just talked about, is Oregon the best team in this conference this year?
I think so. I think they've proven it. I'm a big fan of what do you do on the field, and they won the game against Ohio State. And I think those two teams have separated themselves. I think Penn State is sitting at 3, and you could talk about Iowa and the style in which they play. I think you got to talk about Indiana just based on their record, right? But I think everybody else in this league is a tad below those two at the top. I do think that the two rosters that they have assimilated with the talent that they have is easily the two most talented, and they have the most depth. And I think that's what stood out to me going around in training camp and going to Columbus and going to Eugene and being around those programs. I thought coming into the game that Ohio State's premium players were a little bit more premium, right? They probably have some more first or second round picks than Oregon does coming into the season. I'd probably say the same thing today, but man, the Ducks were impressive. They were physical. They were the more physical team, I think, to a degree in terms of how they ran the ball with success. But again, I go to Ohio State and 2 more ticks on the clock, and we're talking about them easily being the best team in America and what they did on the road in Eugene. And I just think that's the season among the premium teams. I don't think even – I know Texas, you got them as a top 10 team in the NFL, man, but I don't think the top of college football is separated by very much right now.
Oh, I would agree with that. Yogi Roth, the Big Ten Network, joining us here, the Y Option podcast. Make sure you subscribe to that and download that particular podcast that he does several times a week on college football. Look, I think that NIL and the transfer portal has leveled the playing field in a lot of ways, where teams aren't as dominant as they once were, and
or Indiana's all of a sudden undefeated.
Right. Indiana, BYU's back in. They're undefeated. They're back. Right. It's really made college football more fun. I think the word parity gets overused a little bit, but I do think it makes it more interesting. The margins for error on teams has shrunk for sure, Yogi.
Yeah. No, I think it's a really thoughtful conversation to have around the new world in college football, with the portal, with transactions being a major factor. And really in this window, these couple years are going to be different than the next couple years when you look at revenue sharing, right? Collectives now, I think after this year, they're going to be, to me, everybody's going to be kind of on either equal playing ground or you're going to know which slot you fit in, right? Like UCLA just announced a new collective yesterday, and today they talked about it with their head coach, Deshaun Foster. I think they're going to be in a really good position to be able to compete financially with a lot of teams around the country. But a year ago, they weren't anywhere near that, right? So I think, like, teams are starting to catch up. The problem is that, like, some are so further ahead right now, right? Like the two that we just talked about in Ohio State and Oregon. And I would be really curious for the case study of, like, in 3 years, is there even more separation by the ones that were in the lead? Or do teams like Indiana, who are now recruiting at a really high rate because of the success that they have, and they got a huge game with Big Noon Kickoff this weekend against Nebraska at home in a sellout, like, can they catch up, right? Can they maintain that type of thing? That's the thing that I don't know how it'll shake out. Because even doing my training camp tour, that was so fascinating, man. Like going to Eugene, going to Columbus, going to Ann Arbor, and then going to Pitt, right? And then going to, like, some other schools that maybe, like, don't have the horses in the recruiting world, like aren't full of 5-star guys. And you're saying, okay, how much better do the rosters look? And in my eyes, the rosters look dramatically more physically imposing at the true blue bloods. But then you get to the games, to your point, and you watch those teams lose. Like, look at Miami Cal, a game we all probably stayed up and watched really late into the night 2 weeks ago. Miami has a reportedly $14 million collective in terms of their roster, right? And their offensive and defensive lines are probably a lot of that. And, of course, Cam Ward, too. Cal is nowhere near that, and they easily could have won the ball game.
Should have won the
game.
game.
I think that's what's going to make this sport really fun, but I'm curious in, like, 3, 4, 5 years, is the separation so dramatic that a Cal or an Indiana won't have a shot? God, I hope not. I hope that's what revenue sharing will do, of level the playing field a little bit and create some of that parity that you referenced.
Yogi, great to have you on today, man.
Yeah,
we got to
dude.
do it more often. I know you.
But he's busy. He's got the Y Option podcast. He's on the Big Ten Network.
But he ain't too busy. He's not too busy for us.
You know
That I can tell you.
You know how many Big Ten preview shows I saw this man on?
yeah.
This is a hardworking man.
I understand. I know you turned me on to those Big Ten
I
preview
know.
shows.
Well,
I'm standing
you needed
there,
to
Jerry
learn.
DiNardo. You know what I'm saying? I was
He
like,
was
where the hell
Jerry
did he
DiNardo
come
on
from?
one
You
of
know,
them. You're right.
Yogi, it's great to have you on, though, man. We look forward to having you back.
I'll come on anytime with you guys. Big fans, and I love what you're doing for the city of LA, man. Really proud of it, and thanks for having me on.
All right, brother. Take care. There he is, the great Yogi Roth with us here. Big Ten Network.
No commentary whatsoever about my Elton John gear from Yogi Roth.
You know what? I
Not
don't
one
think,
thing did he have to say.
I don't think he's watching on YouTube. We should have brought it up to him.
Well,
yeah.
He's going to be looking at it
We
on...
brought it up to Sean Cody, and then he started to look at it.
Right.
You know, so that was a little different. This man's breaking down tape right now.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got a lot of teams to cover.
I understand.
You know, but we should have brought it up. He would have looked at it. So there you
Sure
go.
he would've.
Why don't you send him a picture?
It's a good idea. I think I will.
Yeah. All right. Radio Tinder is up next. Dodgers baseball is coming up at 5 o'clock here on the station. We'll have that for you in just a moment. Stick around. But, Kappy, tell us about Coors.
Well, since we're talking college football, hey, Trojan fans, you want a chance to win tickets to the USC-UCLA rivalry game at the Rose Bowl? Here's how you do it. You grab an ice-cold Coors Light, and then you visit CoorsLight.com/college football. It's that easy. CoorsLight.com/college football. Enter the keyword SCORE for your shot at tickets and other weekly prizes. And we thank our friends at Coors Light, the official beer of college football and proud partner of the USC Trojans. Hey, listen, don't forget, 21 means 21, and remember to always celebrate responsibly. Now, here's where I give you all the disclaimers. No purchase necessary. The contest started on August 1st, 2024. It ends January 21st, 2025 at 9:59 p.m. Pacific time. You must be a legal resident of the 50 United States, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. Use keyword to get entries for keyword prizes. See official rules at CoorsLight.com/college football for entry instructions, keywords, odds, prizes, and restrictions. More Molson Coors Beverage Company. USA LLC. Thank you to whoever it was on Twitter that sent me the picture of 250 South Wacker Drive in Chicago, Illinois, USA 60606.
Come to Carden Alleyway Hyundai and lease a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SEL for only $201 a month plus tax for 36 months. Or get 1.99% APR for 60 months, your choice. Plus, get peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Carden Alleyway Hyundai just off the 91 freeway or CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. Lease for $201 plus tax. License and fee to well-qualified buyers. 36-month lease, 10K miles per year, 3511 due at signing. 1.99% APR, $17.52 per $1,000 financed. Not all buyers will qualify. Subject to HMF credit approval. Expires 10/31/2024.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and if you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a great cash offer with no need for repairs. They buy it as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close within days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving costs and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Did you know your zip code can determine your health? In some neighborhoods, fresh produce is scarce, while others have farmers markets on every corner. Some areas have plenty of doctors, while others face long waits for basic care. Rising costs hit some communities harder than others. While some struggle with skyrocketing rents, others can't afford life-saving medications. But here's the thing, your vote can change this. When you vote, you're not just filling out a ballot, you're fighting for better healthcare access in your neighborhood. You're standing up against inflation that's pricing families out of their homes. You're demanding affordable healthcare for all. Your zip code shouldn't determine your health. Your vote should. The voting period has already started and ends November 5th. Remember, in this election, we're not just voting for candidates. We're voting for our health, the health of our families, and the health of our community. Want to know more? Visit myvotemyhealth.org.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. A jacuzzi bath system fits in your existing tub space. It's a no-mess installation with an amazing style selection, factory-certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599 right now and get 50% off installations with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub today with a walk-in shower for a safer bathing experience. If you have lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599. 800-717-4599.
And it is Sedano and Kap. Around 5:30 p.m. in the Southland, Radio Tinder time, we like to play a TV theme. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor, Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you.
It's also a TV theme here. Three's Company.
I understand.
Yeah.
But come on, man. This ain't Tulsa. All right?
Yeah.
I mean, do we do Radio Tinder at 5:30 or 4:30?
I mean, yeah, that's
Hey, this
true.
is all because the Cap 10 went a little long. you know?
No. I'm saying the
No,
imaging.
Chris in the imaging says
it says
5:30.
5:30.
Oh, we still haven't changed it.
Right.
Okay.
This
you're
ain't
right.
Tulsa.
You're right.
Yeah, seriously.
Come on, sister.
I'll just do. I'll
It's
take.
clearly LA. You're wearing a Dodgers uni like Elton John did.
Yeah.
I'll do what I did today, and I'll cut out the part where he says 5, and I'll just replace it with my voice saying 4:30.
Yes.
Right.
That would
That
be
actually would be
better. That would
hilarious.
be much better.
We'll do
that would
that.
be very funny.
We'll do it
actually.
today.
Very good.
Yeah.
No
Because
problem.
then that'll annoy him, and then he'll eventually
Right.
change it.
Exactly. He's probably going to be very annoyed that I did my own quote-unquote imaging,
Right.
live imaging for the Cap 10 today.
Yeah. All right. Radio Tinder. Let's rock quick.
All right, so Disney announced that they're going to be increasing the prices not only for the tickets, but for those fast passes that you get. You guys ever do like the Lightning Lane fast passes? Well, they're going to be increasing the price of those by like $10. So basically, if you if you want to get on a fast pass, instead of it costing you, I think it was like $25 before, it's like $39 now for the fast pass Lightning Lane.
Right.
Don't have to wait in line for these certain rides.
Yeah.
Are you somebody who
Yes.
normally buys it when you go?
100%.
Me too. Cappy?
Nope.
Never.
100%. I'm not waiting an hour or whatever. I'll get the reservation for the time I need to go and get in there as quickly as possible. I am absolutely dude. I pay Fast Track every day. Okay, going down the 110. So
Time is money.
So I sure as hell don't. I ain't waiting at Disneyland or Disney World when I go there. So.
Here's my problem. I'm too cheap. Then I get there.
But then you're gonna wait hours.
Well,
dude.
here's what happens. I'm too cheap. Then I get there. Then I realize the line situation. Then I'm sitting there on the app trying to figure out how to buy it after the fact.
Just go to one of the kiosks and they'll take care of it.
Such a dumbass, you know.
You know, when I took my family there in the winter, my dad hasn't been to Disney since he took us as kids, and I got not only did I get the pass for the general one where you can do all the rides, but I got the separate Lightning Lane for the Cars ride.
Yeah,
because that one's like $20 itself.
Right.
And as we're walking up our Lightning Lane, the Fast Pass line, and all these people are waiting because it was 60 minutes, he's like, I feel like we're doing something wrong. I feel like we're cutting them.
No, we're not.
Like,
We're
he
not cutting
couldn't
them. You
believe
paid for it.
He
all
was
right?
like, This is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, Dad, don't worry about it. Just roll with it.
Relax,
all right?
Pops.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so excited. He said
Relax.
it's the best invention ever.
By the way, Radio Tinder is presented by our friends at Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Award-winning small batch premium sippy tequila made from the finest mature agaves, available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit their website, tequilamandala.com, and demand the extraordinary with Tequila Mandala. What's next?
All right, so really quick here. I've talked about shrinkflation, where a lot of companies are shrinking their products.
So, for example, if you buy like a bag of potato chips, there's more air in it these days, less chips, but it's called shrinkflation.
And they're also shrinking the bag sizes. So now PepsiCo is unshrinking shrinkflation because they said that...
So we need more sugar?
Well, they said that customers have noticed that they've downsized their chips and cookies and all of their products, and so they've seen a large decrease.
Well, you should get more bang for your buck. I will give... Yes, I agree with that.
Right,
yes.
so they said, okay, we've seen a lot of decrease in sales on those certain products, so now it's a football season, there's a lot of gatherings, so we're going to make the bags bigger, and they're actually going to give you more. So they're going to give you, like, bonus
good.
chips.
On swipe right. Let's go, PepsiCo.
Well, I was going to
That
ask,
kinda rhymed.
have you guys have noticed?
It not kind of rhymed. It actually did
It
rhyme.
did rhyme.
Let's go, PepsiCo.
Yeah, have you guys
I like
noticed?
Pepsi, by the way, over Coke, and I know that's a very controversial opinion.
Wow, that's a political opinion right there.
But I do.
Wow, that's you're going to get a lot of hate on that.
Listen, that's why I'm getting out of town tomorrow, because I got to go do that Cal game, and because people are going to be mad that I like Pepsi over Coke.
How
And by the
dare
way,
you.
how I'm getting out of town is going to my home away from home at LAX. Changes are arriving daily to reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the traveler experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding. Who doesn't want to get to their flight faster? And a new facility will soon have all major rental car brands under one roof. It's a beautiful facility. I've toured it, trust me. And in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. You don't even need your car to get to LAX. You take the Metro to the Century Station, and the People Mover train will take you right to your terminal. Check out more on their website, flylax.com, for more information. That's flylax.com.
We're in like 1.5 mode right now. You know, like when you listen to a podcast and it's a little bit faster.
You got one more?
That's
Go.
it.
Give me one more Tinder if you got it.
1.5 mode.
That's it. I only had 2 because I knew we were going short.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. All right.
Shrinkflation, huh?
Yeah, shrinkflation.
Yeah, have you noticed
You know
that?
what? We're giving you shrinkflation. We got less show on the show here today.
Right. What's the story on what products does PepsiCo have like that are chips and stuff?
Lay's, Tostitos.
Oh.
That's a lot of stuff.
I didn't know that.
I love those hint of limes.
Doritos.
Yeah?
Yeah, hint of lime Tostitos. Those are delicious.
Truffles? Ruffles?
Yeah, Ruffles.
Ruffles.
Yeah, that's a lot of, basically all the good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bigger bags, more chips.
Yeah.
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 All right.
They
All
need
right.
to. Kappy, we got Dodger baseball at 5 o'clock. Dodger baseball at 5 o'clock. Game 3, I told you, pivotal game. The winner of Game 3 has gone on to win the overwhelming majority of the time in recent memory. I will look up that number one more time.
It was 9 out of the last 10. And it was 16 of the last 21, I think you said. Or was it 14?
No. That's a different number.
Oh, well, those were good numbers. I mean, you could have just gone with them. Nobody would have known the difference.
Right. No, but that was for the team. In the Mets case, they owned a road split. The team that did that road split has gone on to win 16 of 21 Game 3s.
What'd I tell you?
Okay.
Whoopie-doo.
And 9 of the last 10.
What'd I tell you?
And then that team has also gone on to win 13 of those NLCS games, including 9 of the last NLCS series, rather, including 9 of the last 11.
All right, you lost me after everything I told you.
Same.
So let's do it one more time. You ready? We'll do it together.
What?
Okay, do it together. The team that was on the road, that split the games on the road team.
Yeah.
In this case, the Mets.
Right.
For Game 3, they've gone on to win 16 of the next 21 Game 3s in the LCS.
Uh-huh.
And 9 of the last 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Then that same team
Right.
that split and won Game 3 has gone on to win 9 of the last 11 LCSs. So that's why I'm saying Game 3 is important today.
You guys hear what my man Sedano said? My man Sedano said that 16 of 21 and 9 out of 10 and 9 out of 11, and I don't even know what he's talking about.
But you're wearing a really sweet Dodger jersey.
Looking good, right?
Yeah. Hey, real quick. You want your kids' teeth to look good? Go to Children's Dental Fun Zone. We all want what's best for our kids. Choosing a dentist can be challenging. They don't want to go to the dentist. I get it. But this is why they put fun in the name. Someone your child can trust and enjoy going to the dentist with. So let me tell you about my friends at Children's Dental Fun Zone. 18 locations across the Southland to choose from. They got you covered in LA County. They got you covered in Orange County. They got you covered in the IE. And now an 18th location, Kappy, in Oxnard, where they have the good strawberries.
805 representing.
Children's Dental Fun Zone specializes in children's dentistry and orthodontics with state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your kids deserve. Here's how they put fun in the name, man. First of all, when they walk into this place, they're going to be like, did we walk into a cartoon movie? Where are we? This is amazing. But Children's Dental Fun Zone, at each station, they got a big screen TV for your kids with whatever kids movie they want to watch, iPads for the kids, toys for the kids in the waiting area, and for parents, they accept Medi-Cal, PPO, and HMO insurance plans. To book your child's next appointment or their first appointment at Children's Dental Fun Zone, go to their website, cdfzone.com, or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
Hey, guys, it's Kappy here, and let me talk to you about this issue of dealing with your homeowner's insurance. So your home floods, right? You have a big giant flood at your house and you realize that the insurance adjuster is trying to pay you so little that you won't be able to repair the damage. That is when you call Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt is a public insurance adjuster who is on your side. Look, you can try and negotiate with the insurance company yourself. I've tried. You're going to find out very quickly it is not that simple. Avner Gatt and his team negotiate on your behalf to make sure you're getting the best possible outcome, not the insurance company. He and his team have been dealing with insurance companies for so many years. It's all they do. They've got the experience. They've got the industry know-how that you need on your side. Now, some of these folks used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team, and Avner Gatt himself has 20 years of experience in this industry. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional, licensed public adjusters in California. And yes, the size is important. Avner has a unique winning recipe for handling homeowners' insurance claims. No one, and I mean no one, messes around with Avner Gatt and his team. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256, or visit AvnerGatt.com. That's AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. You call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. Avner takes the call himself. Hello!
Football is back, and so is Shake Shack's free chicken Sundays. Going on now, Shake Shack is offering a free Chicken Shack with $10 minimum purchase with code Chicken Sunday in Shack or on ShakeShack.com on Sundays only. Terms apply.
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay. Listen up, sports fans. Gear up for your next game day hang with your friends. What's on the menu? Sliders, wings, chips, and salsa? Well, all your favorite game day foods go great with Stella Rosa wines, a semi-sweet and semi-sparkling wine that must be served chilled. Stella Rosa can be found at your local retailer, so remember to grab a couple bottles next time you shop. Nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. Please celebrate responsibly.
Hey, it's Mace. NBA basketball is 6 days away, and the best place to watch all the action is Cosm. It's revolutionary technology bringing the sports experience to life. Visit Cosm.com. Enjoy NBA action in shared reality all season long.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7. Tune in all week this week to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino that includes this Sunday's tailgate party passes at the casino and game day tickets at SoFi. Listen for your cue to call 877-710-ESPN and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack. Hollywood Park Casino. Park, party, and play. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Everyone knows Earl Hershiser has won numerous awards for his performance on the field. But off the field, he's a great humanitarian, a true friend and partner of mine, and a real bulldog when it comes to business.
Baseball taught me to work hard and respect people. Rotolo Chevrolet does both, and that's why I joined the team.
Rotolo Chevrolet has been Dealer of the Year for 12 straight years. Like Earl, we know something about winning.
I believe they call that a dynasty.
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
FX's English teacher.
Every single one of these essays is so bad.
An F? What is this?
With grades like this, I'm gonna have to hit the corner, sir.
From executive producers of What We Do in the Shadows.
Who's running the school? Is it us or is it them?
Them.
Go sit next to Tiffany.
She told me it was offensive to learn Mandarin because you're not Japanese.
FX's English teacher is now streaming on Hulu. All new Mondays on FX.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Nothing beats Bear Dynasty interior paint. It's everything you need all in one can.
Defend your game time with Bear and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Valid only when tinted to colors from the Bear Dynasty and Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Color Collection.
Disturbed. Live. The 25th anniversary of the 5-time platinum album, The Sickness. 2 sets, 1 show, The Sickness in its entirety, and greatest hits with special guests, Daughtry, and Nothing More. May 13th, Kia Forum. Tickets on sale Friday, October 18th at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Disturbed. Live.
Hey, it's Travis. And DeMarco. Hey, accidents can be shocking, devastating, and difficult to deal with, which is why you should never deal with them alone and have family on your side.
Joseph S. Normand and his trusted team are family, and they're here to help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
You know, when my son was in an accident, we called Joseph at 213-747-2000, and he was able to help.
You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
We're going to have the Real Fathers, or Seller's Advantage, Dealer's Choice.
Well, it is a little
There's
confusing.
so many spots.
It's the real deal.
It's not enough show on the show today.
No.
But we made it work. Because that's what we do around here. We make things work, Bergman and Morales and all of you suckers.
Shrinkflation.
Indeed.
I mean, I just did 3 live reads in like 1 segment in between content.
I know there was LAX, there was Tequila Mandala, and there was Children's Dental Fun Zone, all in like hyper speed.
And even DeAndre was like, whoa.
I was telling Kappy back in the day when I used to fill in for Greeny on Mike and Mike in the old Mike and Mike days. That was like, that's a normal segment on that show.
Mm-hmm.
Like you used to have to get 3 reads in like every segment. So and that show used to like they used to have, I think it was $50 million in revenue every year.
Wow.
So you couldn't screw up those reads back then.
Man. Here we're only 49 million in revenue. So we can screw things up if we want to, you know.
What do you got on your Seller's Advantage Dealer's Choice today, Kappy?
All right, first of all, let me say this. Dealer's Choice, real deal, is presented by Seller's Advantage, since we're talking about spots. You want to sell your house before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They're going to buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer.
Go ahead.
Or you can visit sellersadvantage.com. Dr. D.R.E. Dre, DRE number 01961658.
By the way, and for you suckers in the community, and you're our suckers because we love you, complain about the spots. It's free, Jack. Okay?
Yeah.
You want us to charge for this, biatch?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. My man said charge for this biatch.
All right? So it's free. So take it.
So I'm going to do something right now.
Get what you pay for.
I want everybody who's on our YouTube channel to soak this in for just 1 second.
All right.
For those of you that are listening on radio, you're listening on the ESPN LA app.
En el radio.
Enjoy. But for those of you that are on our YouTube channel, I want you to take a look at what's going on here. George, I'm going to stand up
Go
and do a little
model for us. So you lost the bet, Dodgers Padres, and if you lost the bet, I was going to get you the Elton John or a replica Elton John Dodgers costume. It's on everybody's social media, on my social media, Instagram, my Twitter, ESPN Los Angeles' Instagram and Twitter, your Instagram and Twitter. Everybody's Instagram and Twitter's got it. And you're seeing it right now in the flesh on YouTube.
Take a look.
I did a good job with that thing.
Take it in.
How about you move the microphone closer to you? Even though
look.
if you're going to go further away.
I wasn't going to say much. Take a look and take it in.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
And now...
By the way, I should have gotten the tighter one.
And now, well, you know, this is one of the things I wanted to say.
Yeah.
People seem to be disappointed. They're like, where's the moose knuckle? It turns out that this happens to fit me very comfortably.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know. No moose knuckle.
You and I spoke about this earlier, and I was like, should I get you the medium or the large? And you were like, how about an extra large?
Now I'm going to turn around. And you're going to find out that I personally do not own an ass.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, you're SpongeBob SquarePants.
I have no ass, all right? But I'm about to turn around so you can see the back of this thing.
SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. You got a Krabby Patty in there somewhere? Whoa. You just did a Kike Hernandez.
That's right, I did.
That's weird when they do that.
It is a little well, the first time just caught me off guard. I was like, whoa.
Right. I was watching it. My brother has like the one of those giant like 4 60-inch TVs all together, and that's the first time I saw it. It was on one of those, and I was just like, whoa, what's going on there? And he was like, what was that?
Let me tell you what that was.
Yeah.
Those are guys that really like each other.
Sure
Okay?
are.
That is one very close ball club.
Yeah.
All right? Hey, when I hit a home run, you stand there, I'll come over to you, and then here's what we do. And that's what they did. And that's what I just did. I will never,
Ever.
never, ever bet on the Padres again. And you know what? It really bothers me because I knew this was going to happen. I'm getting bombarded on my social media from people in San Diego saying, that's it. You are officially LA Cap. You have officially now left San Diego. You are LA Cap. And you know what I said to these people? I go, you don't get it. I'm the moron that decided to bet on the Padres. And in the end, I put my money where my mouth was. And you know why I'm stupid? Because they broke my heart again.
Yep.
Because that is what San Diego sadly is. It is heartbreak city when it comes to sports.
By the way, Radio Michael fan says that he feels shortchanged that you only had to wear it for 2 hours, that you should have to wear it again for an hour on the next show.
He has a point.
He does have a point. He does, you know.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
The sombrero would have been great, man.
See, that's just it. You can't make these people happy, man.
By the way, speaking of which, Mr. Sacco over there, Omar Lopez, who we love.
Oh,
okay.
That's Mr. Sacco?
Yeah. I mean, he's like 30 minutes of reads, way to finish. Listen, I said, you rather us charge you, sucker? How about that? And then here's the other thing. You waste 3 hours of your life every week watching the Raiders.
Ooh.
I mean,
sick burn.
Come on.
Ooh.
Touchdown!
Raiders-Rams this Sunday, by the way. You talk about a loser-leave-town match.
Yeah.
Rams win. They're going to try and put their season back together.
Yeah.
And they've got the right coach, and they've got the right quarterback, and they're going to get their playmakers back. And maybe
Yeah.
the Rams might be able to put it back together.
Hopefully.
On the Flismo flop, that's the other side for those of you that don't speak the language.
Correct.
If the Raiders were to win, not only would the Raiders feel like, well, we might be able to put our season back together again in the aftermath of Devontae Adams, but at that moment in time, Sean McVay is calling his agent saying, so what do you think, man? TV next year? What do you think?
Hey,
you
listen.
think we should do TV?
Dodgers-Mets game 3 coming up now. Pivotal game 3, guys. Basically, if the Mets win game 3, Dodgers are in deep doo-doo. Because the road team, the team that started on the road in this series, that's won game 3 after splitting on the road, has won 9 of the last 11 LCS games, or LCS series. So we will take it over to game 3 of the NLCS. Dodgers need a big... Walker Buehler, you need to find that lightning in a bottle, baby. Get back to who you were and what you were. They're going to need it tonight. You're listening to KSPN Los Angeles. We turn it over to John Boog Shambi.
The Boogly Boogler.
And Chris Singleton in a moment. Are they in a break?
Sure are.
Gosh darn it. I'm
You
going
know
to
what?
text Boog and be like, why are you in a break?
Let me tell you something right now. One last thing. You bet somebody, there are consequences.
Yeah.
You lose that bet,
Yeah.
you pay that bet. Even if it means you have to put on the opposing team's uniform.
Yeah, we got
and
that
be,
already.
and be no, you don't got it. You
Yeah, we
don't.
did.
No, you don't, because you won and I lost.
Okay.
So you don't got it.
That's life.
You got nothing. All right, because you don't understand the
You know why?
consequences.
Because I'm a winner,
You don't
baby.
understand the consequences. That's the problem.
I'm a winner.
And I want you to know, and I want the youth of America to understand.
You, not a winner.
You bet, you lose, you pay. And those are my final thoughts for tonight.
You bet, you lose, you pay?
That's right.
It sounds like a PSA.
You bet, you lose, you pay.
That's
How about a little kick ass on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Kick ass! Yeah, listen.
Right. It's my coach.
What, Walker Buehler? I just beg you, please, God. I don't come to you for very much here. All right, when it comes to the sports stuff, okay? Just give Walker Buehler a chance. Come on.
You're invoking sweet Jesus?
Sweet Jesus, please help us today. Really? Por favor, Dios mío.
Sí.
Papa Dios.
Papa Dios.
Papa Dios, por favor, Walker. Walker Buehler. Necesita que ponche 10 de los Mets.
I don't know, man.
A poncharlos.
¿A poncharlos?
Yeah, like strike them out.
Oh, that.
Not those ponches.
Oh, those punches.
You're thinking punches.
Yeah.
I'm thinking ponchar.
Oh, poncharo.
Sí.
Sí.
Yeah.
Es
Let
muy
me know.
bien.
Are they there yet or no? They're
No.
still.
Really?
All right, just let me know.
These guys, really?
I think this is the longest break possible for them to take right at the top of the hour.
At the top of the
here.
hour is a
Yeah.
very strange place to
I
take
know.
a break.
That's what I said.
All right, so Kappy.
Yo.
Market. All right, 0 for 19
Uh-huh.
against Sean Manaea, those Dodger players, okay?
They're
the top of the
that's
lineup,
right,
the
that's
first
right,
5 guys.
That's right. I didn't know if you were talking about Ohtani with nobody on base.
Those first 5 guys. Sean Manaea shut them down.
That's
okay?
right.
Those first 5
Shohei's
hitters.
now naked.
How many hits those first 5 guys get tonight?
5 guys.
7.
You're going to say 7 hits?
For 5 guys.
I'm going to go 4.
Okay.
Whoopie-doo.
Who wins? Who you got?
I hate to say it tonight. I think the Mets win.
I mean, the Mets terrify me today.
I mean, at home.
I mean, they're going
all
back.
the emotion.
Severino, though. I mean, he's not been great in the LCS. Granted, it was in the American League with the Yankees. I get it, but he hasn't been great in this big stage either.
Ohtani's worried about the pressure. All of a
mean,
sudden,
is
Ohtani
he
can't.
worried, or is
He
he
can't
just-
handle the
he's
pressure.
just
he said.
being honest,
He
he
can't
said.
handle.
He
He
didn't
said.
say he couldn't handle
He
it.
said it's hard.
No, he said it's harder.
It's
which
very
it is.
hard.
It's hard, and you know what he's going to do? He's going to hit the ball hard.